Hello and welcome to Tim's BMW Repairs and Information. Well, this is a very quick update on the boot hinge wiring. I said that I was going to try and fit spiral wrap on the wiring, and I was worried that it wasn't going to be strong enough to do it. Well, I've got the spiral wrap in now, and I've also got the flux, which I recommended as well. So we'll have a look at those. Right, let's get on with it. Right, here we go then. I've sort of wrapped it around a few times to just see if it fits. Let's wind a bit more of it on. It's quite awkward and you have to cut it to what you think is the right length. But of course, I think I've made a pig's ear of that as usual, because of course the tape is going to go further than when it's just sort of stretched out, because obviously it's got to go around a larger diameter. Right, let's have a look at this so far. Well, I suppose with a bit of sort of messing about, you can make that look pretty good. Certainly better than the self-amalgamating tape. I would have thought on the sharp bends, it's going to sort of gap quite a bit. So sort of a bit of squashing in. I mean, it does look slightly better than the self-amalgamating tape, doesn't it? So I'll carry on. Sorry, it's difficult to do this with two cameras in the way, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I can hand out of the way, at least the close-up camera can see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, it's not too hard, is it? It's a bit fiddly, but yeah, I mean, that's slightly better, isn't it? I'll just look through the camera. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Sort of squash it in place. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad on the camera. Let's wind it up a bit for the next bit. Right, yeah, and with these videos I've decided to do as little editing as possible. Otherwise I'm just not going to get time to do it. I think it's much better to do more videos with less editing. Because I just don't have time for the editing. The editing takes the longest. Rather than doing the recording, you spend about at least 3 times as long editing than you do actually doing any jobs, which is a complete waste of time. So, anyway, how are we looking? Well, it's not perfect, is it? I was hoping it's going to look a bit better than that. Is it better than the trouble? It's quite stiff now as well. Really want stiffness around this top bit here rather than over the full length. Okay, let's sort of get to the end. Well, it does look like the length's a bit just about right, I suppose. And then we'll put it back in the clips. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got the flux here. This is what I use. Get it in the picture. There we go. Yeah, so Circuit Works lead-free tacky flux, and it's got a number on it somewhere. That's I should think a file nail number on there. But it's got an actual number, which is CW, so Charlie Whiskey 8700. That's what it says on the tube. And that is the best flux you can get. I mean, I've been an electronics engineer for all my life, and this stuff just makes stuff so much easier. It's a really good flux, and I've used lots of different fluxes. Of course, we use multi-core solder, which has flux in it, but it burns off a lot. And doing those the ends of those wires, this would have been so much better, because that really gets into it, burns off all the corrosion. It's fantastic for surface mount soldering as well. The only stuff I use for that. Right, enough of that. Let's have a look at this. Well, I've got it up all the way, and it's not so bendy, that's for sure. So yeah, I think it's just too stiff, so we can't actually put that bend in it to get under the clip. Probably get under this one, which we can just about. He's in there, yeah, he's quite happy there. Right, let's try this clip again. Yeah, it's not keen, is he? He's not keen at all. Then we'll have to have a look, see where it bends as the boot closes. Right. have a look on camera again. I mean, it looks better, doesn't it? It looks a bit better than it did. Yeah. I'll pick up this camera, it's probably easiest. Right, here we go then. Focus in on that. So go up there, round the clip. Still looks tatty here where the end of the original sheath was. I missed getting that in. So does it look any better is the question. Is it worth doing? Or does it make things even worse? Well, that's what the finished side looks like. And excuse me, that's what the unfinished side looks like. Yeah, well, it's up to you really. Let's put the camera back on the stand. Zoom out a bit. Right, now let's see where it bends. It'd be interesting to see where the whole thing bends now. Right, let's. Either camera seeing this? Not really. Right, I can tell you it's bending under the clip. Very sharply, very sharp bend under the clip. So, no, I don't think that's a solution. Because it does have a sharp bend. Now watching the other side, he's more relaxed about it. He does bend under the clip eventually, but this is one's bend. And what goes, oh no, that's a really tight bend there. So there we go. We gave it a try. Yeah, it was certainly worth a try, but no, that doesn't work. And it's really the nature of this spiral wrap is that it has gaps in it, and it's obviously going to bend at a gap, and that means it's going to bend very sharply. It's a shame. What we could do is just tidy up this end, so I could start right at the start and go up to about here, so that looks a bit prettier where it goes under the clip. Okay, let's give that a go. Yeah, this is the same as all my jobs really. Give something a go. Either works or it doesn't, and try something else. Cheap man's wireman, this stuff is. Right, so is that far enough that going under? Yeah, that'll go in there. So I think I'm happy with that. I'll do the cut underneath so we don't see the end. There we go. Right, there we go. That don't look too bad, and that then allows it to bend properly. Down there, that's much better for it. So it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't it look any better than the self-amalgamating tape? I'll put it under the clip. There we go. Yeah, I suppose it does. Yeah, doesn't look too bad, does it? Right. I think I'll do the same for the other side. It's like the bag it came from. Got that from RS. So RS 811 7658. And only a couple of quid or so. Maybe there's a better spiral wrap somewhere, I don't know, but that is the best I could find for this diameter. So I started the wrap so you can't see the join. This diameter, this end is a bit bigger, and that's probably because the original sleeving's still under there. So it isn't perfect for this, that's for sure. And put it through the clip. Missed. Got it. Right. Well, I think I'd rather have stayed with the self-amalgamating tape, to be honest. Makes it slightly tidier, but it makes it a bit lumpy as well. I'll leave it there for a while and then I'll take it back off if I don't like it. See how I get used to it. Anyway, there we go. We've done that. That's great. Right, there we go. Then that's the spiral wrap used. I'm not sure if it made it look any better, to be honest. Looking at it now, I think this side doesn't look too bad, but the slightly larger diameter on the other side, it looks a bit untidy. I suppose it does look a bit tidier than the self-amalgamating tape. And yeah, that's fine. And of course, we can't use it up the top clip because that stops it doing its sort of long bend. The spiral wrap's just making it bend at a very sharp angle, and that will obviously fatigue the wires straight away. Anyway, so that's the boot wiring done. I'll move on to the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for the comments, and I'll see you next time.